So putting a little bit of soil. Now this soil, we did not buy from a home center. We did not buy from anything. We created the soil. Underneath this great soil is the mushroom soil that we have. That mushroom soil will eventually be broken down. Because we are growing microgreens on here, we have this good fine soil at the top that we've been growing for over a year in our torpedo pots. And we bring it in to create a top layer for those microgreens to grow. And so what we'll do is that we'll just scatter this around very sparingly, and from there we can plant our seeds. Now, the question is, how many seeds do you want to plant? Well, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to leave it up to you. We can plant 5 seeds in here, get 5 plants, and wait for them, and they'll be mature and healthy and wonderful and good looking and beautiful. Or we can put 20 plants in here, seeds in here, and they'll grow up into plants, and you'll have a lot of bushy leaves, but each plant will be a little bit smaller. Or we can put 100 seeds in here and harvest our microgreens. People say, what are microgreens? Microgreens are anything that grows in the shortest period of time to produce the most amount of nutrition. And that's healthy for your body. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a lot of seeds in here, because these are our microgreen pots where we put our lettuce, our kale, our spinach. All of these will be our microgreens. So let me drop this in here. Let you take a look at it. So around the feeding stick is where I put my seeds at. And I'm gonna tell you something, look. You can see, I've got a whole bag of seeds here. If I wanted to, I can let my spinach bolt, or any of my greens bolt, and I'll get more seeds out of it. So you see how I am. I love eating densely seeds in here, and I'm gonna thicken it up for you, just for you. This is grown naturally. No chemicals, no fertilizers, none of that stuff. I just want you to see how thick we want to grow this. Now, if you grow really thick and your plant starts to grow, you have to make sure that you're able to completely eat them. If you're growing them too thick, the climate underneath those plants could cause them to rot if you do not pick them. Your food will not spoil and go bad in your torpedo pot. But if you create a condition where that you're growing microgreens and therefore you want to harvest them early, then it's in your best interest, because you're growing them densely, to harvest them as soon as possible. Don't let it sit until next year. If you're growing 1, 2, 5 plants in there, fine. You walk away for the rest of the year, no problem. But when you're growing microgreens, you're densely populating stuff, get and make sure you tend to your plants, because they'll always produce for you over and over again once you get more seeds and things like that. So I'm going to densely populate this, and we're going to do it together really to see what happens, okay? And then what we're going to do, I'm not even going to do, this is already wet. I'm just going to dump a little bit of soil on top of it. That's all I'm going to do. Let me get a little bit more soil.